Unpopular take, apparently the emotional support song is actually really creepy.
You're weeping alone in your heart. You're withering away. You're silently screaming. Why are you smiling when you don't want to? There's a dark shadow behind you. I can catch you. Don't hide. Rainwater stores, everything is contorting. Some of the Korean words used in this are dark. Shitter, to wilt. Wither away, shrivel, to lose one's liveliness due to weakening of strength or spirits. Goi, to go wrong, to get messed up, tangled, body parts to be twisted or distorted. Durki, for something hidden to be caught, found out. They talk about this person sighing at night and being alone in a silent room. How would you know any of this without stalking them? Rain, pounding, door slamming, set the interrogation scene that plays out in the first verse. The vocal delivery is reserved and foreboding. Behind Hyunjin's last line is a shing 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 slashing sound, building tension like a horror score. Then the pre-chorus amps way up to loud desperation. Talk of doors and closing space sound literal, like we are physiologically somewhere else. Invasive, personal, dangerous. They run for this person, grab them, tell them to give them their silent cry. It's not a question or a choice. This is no way to treat a person unless they weren't entirely talking to a person. Verse 2 laces grounded help with threatening expectation. You will cry, your strength will drain, and I won't let you go. Hyunjin and Lino's vocals are condescending and patronizing in lyrical context. Gee, that sure doesn't look easy. I couldn't do it myself. Why are you smiling? I'll say it's okay for you. Then bam! Seungmin starts yelling for dear life, like the person is far out of reach. The sadness and fear is spreading to the speakers. Felix comes back in like a harbinger of death. The chorus echoes don't be in pain. Beep, beep, beep. The bridge is one chord pulsing like a siren for an unnamed catastrophe as lyrical pressure builds relentlessly. The detached sing-song of Bimori goya, Bimori goya, moteneri goya sounds like a lullaby signaling an untimely demise. There is nothing comforting about this loud, disorienting storm that is brewing. There's a dark shadow behind you. I can catch you, don't hide is shouted with an erratic, unprecedented rage that is even stronger in the Japanese version and that Han practically snarls live. Who are they talking to? Because it cannot be a person. If this person is being controlled by a dark shadow, it's taken their emotional autonomy and their voice and is killing them while everyone else around them has been nagging them to cry and wait. The sound monster canonically takes people's voices, is drawn to nagging sounds, has killed before, and will kill again if it finally evolves. SK claimed to be the only ones who can save people, which would only be true if they had unique powers, hence their blue beams countering the red ones. The No Easy trailer was a joke. The real concept had thunderous powers, but no sound monster, so it meant nothing, or did it? One could argue that the sound monster was defeated off-screen between the trailer and Sorikun, left to lie dormant until it can claim a new voice. The album art itself is black and blue with lightning, representing SK's thunderous motif as well as the sound monster's lightning and underlying presence. The name No Easy also reflects noise combating the uneasiness of life as sound weapons combat the sound monster. And as track number 7 of 14, Silent Cry is the literal and thematic center of the album. And so, that is how in August 2022, I conceptualized the narrative lore of Silent Cry, and I sketched out Bandy. And I had this creepy image of paint dripping from Bokari's eyes, so I had to make it happen. And I started grad school. All the SKZOOs have outfits like their trailer counterparts, with personalities like their song counterparts. I proportioned them like Build-A-Bears, designed Bandy to represent the listener. Now let's meet the circus. Bandy uses any pronouns, and their name comes from Natimban, compass, Guangdae, clown, Bandai, opposition. Based on SK's lightstick, broken compass motif, they have angry and nervous and smiling traits so you can't perceive their true emotion. Hello Kitty by Alice Lungyu Gao in physical form. Puppy M is perfect. He doesn't even have toe lines, that's how perfect he is.
Look at him! I love him! He's so round! He's so perfect! He makes me want to cry!
He has many times been my true motivation to continue forward, just so I can draw more of this perfect little guy. He leads with sincerity, but his fear makes him too flustered to really do anything about it, so he's kind of a wannabe hero. Han Quokka is supposed to be a quokka, so I gave him actual claws and a long tail, and his rage at the monster eventually overtakes anything else. Also, he's tan. Han Quokka is tan. Han SK is tan. Warm squirrel truthers unite. Don't whitewash people. Ginny Red is an all-white ferret, which I found boring, so I gave him a green tail. Dramatic poses when possible. He has no helpful skills whatsoever. What he can do does not reveal anything new, and he has poor eyesight because he's a ferret. Wolfchan is about the same except for the toe beans, and I gave him Animal Crossing inspired eyes. He's an over-eager leader whose energy can come out in unhelpful ways. Liebit's the same, though I darkened his shirt and I gave him a slightly different tone from Ginny Red. He is mischievous, but ultimately harmless. Bokari was an asymmetrical menace to design.
I almost lost it over a cartoon ducktail. I just realized Bokari is a baby chicken, not a duck. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
I gave him orange ducktails legs. I gave Dwakey alternate rabbit ears to distinguish him from Liebit. He is objectively unproblematic in theory. He clings to keep a hold on himself. Foxony is the most changed design-wise. I gave him pretty eyes, resized his face, redistributed his fur pattern to look more like an actual fennec fox, and gave him strawberry choco beans. I wanted him to have Cheshire Cat energy. The sound monster canonically was a human ear in a storm cloud. I redesigned it to look more like a speaker. It attaches to Bandy, takes their voice, takes their emotions, and feeds on nagging sounds because everyone is constantly pressuring Bandy to cry. This negative energy affects everyone worse and worse until Bandy does cry, and the sound monster comes out and everyone can actively fight it together. Physically created out of streamers and cardboard and foam, like this. Double-sided. Motif-wise, the SKZOOs can traverse dimensions as they repeatedly go into Bandy's mindscape, where rainbow paper represents their sense of self. It is desaturating because the sound monster's red beams or vines are infecting and corrupting Bandy's compass door. Paper elements slowly bleed into reality as dimensions converge, in part by the SKZOOs hopping between them. This partially climaxes in Bandy's paper heart, where it starts to rain and the cracks show through. Bandy subconsciously resists SKZOO's effort by chaining up the heart door, breaking a window, or pulling Foxony into the void. The sound monster's red beams wither and deteriorate reality into desaturated paper, while Bandy's red claws eventually slash back to their rainbow paper. Oh, I also had this like emotional concept of the sound monster and Bandy having a conversation. I thought it was a bit dramatic. The intention is there.
Under the sound monster's shadow, Bandy sees clouds over the SKZOO's eyes because their intentions are not clear or trusted. In one shot, Wolfchan's cloud and brewing storm clouds blend together indistinguishably. I want to be very clear, for most of my video, the SKZOOs are treating Bandy horribly. They are incompetent clowns and not much of an actual threat, but Bandy is genuinely driven to tears. The lyrics I wrote in the MV weave both versions of the song into a narrative arc. The verses and bridge are really like that, but the chorus goes from what they're actually saying to what it sounds like they're saying to what I wish they were saying. I also put the SKZOOs through little character arcs. Basically, everyone goes from being threatening or incompetent to actually competent and helpful and humble and supportive. The visuals are there if you look for them. Now we can talk about
sound design. I muffled Bokari through the window, I muffled Ginny Red in the wardrobe, and I added the door slam that's in the song back in. I made myself laugh, that was funny. I reverb every time they go into the mindscape. I dragged Foxony's voice to the right as he whips that way. I noticed Felix oddly backing Lino. I elevated his voice. I switched to the Japanese version halfway through because if it was the original version, but the lyrics were different, that wouldn't feel as justified. I intensified the reverb and I started building up a storm and it balanced lightning sounds, the instrumental, and a rock cover by Liv, and I dragged the lightning around. I used the Japanese version's ending. I'm here for your silent cry is the non-possessive supportive energy they should have had the whole time. Inspired by just what I heard in the song, what it felt like, it looked like, the official dance and staging for it, like the visualizations. I learned the dance too, and I know when there's a lot of energy in it. This was quite a journey that I do not intend to repeat, but I just have these skills now. Started making it. How to break down Bon Appetit. A lot of people are crying, so I'm sorry about that. Or congratulations. K-pop boys will not be there for your silent cry, but you can slash your own sound monster. Is it supposed to be cute? It's supposed to be absurd. It's whatever you want.
I hope that our few remaining friends.
So we're looking at Bandy in the center. So, oh no, I'm so sorry. It's hard to figure out. Fiend almost made me cry today.
Villainous.
I got the Panera. Mind you, I was still in grad school.
I still don't know what director Tori wants for this shot. Let's go!
Oh no 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 no
I am in fact a full-time aunt. I haven't worked on this in almost a week. They stare at me every day asking, when are you gonna let me up that tree? That happens now. I love this puppy. Betty's escaped. All's well.
So I don't know how to animate an arm wave. I've tried. It's not working out. I'm just gonna do it.
Oh right, they only have the 4 fingers.
That's fine. This is fine. It's okay. It's okay. Left-handed scissors you.
I'm shaking. I don't want to get it wrong. Paint splatter looks like paint splatter. Who knew? It looks sick. Tree stuff survived. I went a bit silly. That's gorgeous. That's terrible. And it's perfect. So this is the vibe we're going for. Just a lot less of it. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah! Artist hands if I've ever seen them.
Well, I hope I cut myself shaving the most.
What's it on the paper? A new and glorious morn.
Friends say it's darkest before the sun.
Hey, I got. Oh no.
We're pretty sure they're all wrong.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll grip tightly. I'm sorry.
Oh man, the bigger side would have been helpful to know about.
Bluff Tori writes. Oh dear, don't rip, don't rip, don't rip, don't rip.
And I hope I never get sober. And I
With an open umbrella, dirt anyway.
Tori discovers transitions exist. Wowie pod.
on my way.
I'm having a good time. I'm so happy. I'm so elated.
Drew the little dudes in my journal because I kind of miss drawing them.
Oh gosh. Okay, it's doing the bouncing thing again. I don't know if the scissors can use it, but like, this is fun though.
Tonight.
I have a lot left to do that I haven't done because I've gotten really tired.
I had to reward myself with Blue's Clues. I had to hold it over me like a carrot on a stick.
We're getting there. I survived. I clowned. And I had fun. I rendered the whole thing.
And then my computer just kept crashing. Thank you.
We're getting out of here, Bandy.
I finished the thing. Look at post-silent cry Bandy's genuine smile over here. That made all of it worth it.